Okay.
All right. Hey guys, welcome to Saturday Nights with Alan. I forgot what episode this is.
Well, it's the Halloween edition. Welcome. Ooh, spooky.
Yeah. This is a Halloween edition of Saturday Nights with Alan, where we would share spooky stories or, you know, make something up.
Yeah.
So, do you have a scary story to tell?
Oh, I have several.
All right.
Uh-huh. Well, okay. This was a while ago. Not that long, like a year, I think. But I was hanging out with my dad, and I got scared for some reason. And I went up to my dad and said that I thought I saw like someone looking at me. He freaked out and said, That's what you said when you were younger." I'm like, "What do you mean? I don't remember." He said that when I was younger, I would always be scared about these red eyes staring at me from outside of windows. Then he says the even more freaky part about it is that when he was a child, he used to be scared of red eyes looking back at him in between windows, and he never told me that as a child, so it was scary to him. So that's fun. There's more about shit like I've been in a lot of scary situations, I guess, when I was younger. I think the week before after I was born, my parents thought it was a fun idea to mess with a fucking Ouija board, and I guess my mom got possessed or something. Hello, everybody.
Hey everyone. I'm sorry. There has been some type of interference with the recording, and we are back.
We are.
So you might have noticed that my microphone might have changed a little. Yes, I have changed my microphone because my other microphone died, and my phone died as well, so the recording stopped. So yeah, back to what we was doing. The spooky story that we were supposed to be telling.
Well, okay. So basically, it all started when a couple months ago. I told my dad that I saw someone looking outside and got scared. Then he told me that when I was younger, I got scared of glowing eyes outside. Like staring back at me, something a little creepy and stuff like that. And so, what was even more creepy is that he had the same thing happen to him when he was a kid, and he never told me. So it's like what? So I'm pretty sure my family, my dad's side is haunted.
Oh. Oh well. Now that's a story to tell.
Oh, I know. I have a lot of them.
I do have this one scary story. It's not really scary per se, but it's like something to take note of because it's really scary. if you was there. So basically, I was on my way to Houston, Texas, for some type of event that me and my mom wanted to go see. So we went there, and we got there super early so we can, be the first ones there. But we wasn't the first ones there. There was two guys that was already there. They had black coats. They had just like huge black coats. And like the black coats went down all the way to almost their knees. And from me playing Watch Dogs, that kind of scared me because the robes from Watch Dogs kind of look like the same thing that the guys were wearing. So I kind of got scared and told my mom that they possibly have weapons and, not get close to them. But what happened was the two guys started walking towards me and my mom. So what we did was, get in a car and drive off. But somehow the two guys still found out where we can't talk. Give me a minute because it's kind of freaky. Like if you was actually there, it was kind of freaky because we went from like this event area to Brahms, and it was like 30 miles.
Again.
Yeah, back again. All right. So right now I have my mom with me. Say hello.
What up? What up?
My mom is very, very awkward. So
You get it from me, so you're very awkward. So that means where are you from?
I don't get my awkwardness from you. I get my awkwardness from natural
Whatever.
thing. So, what was he doing before? Oh yeah, I was telling a story. We can just move on from that story. All right. So, Mom, you got any stories that you can tell? Any stories at all? It could be funny. It could be
No.
funny stories, a scary story, any type of story.
No.
Come on.
I don't have any.
Dang, your imagination
It
sucks.
does. It really does.
Oh boy.
You come up with something then.
All right, bet I can come up with something easily. Okay.
How about somebody passes away, but your lamp keeps flickering on and off in the room that they died in?
Then I'm out of there. Like I see that, and it's the same room that they died in.
Mhm.
I'm sorry, Uncle Joe, but I gotta
Really?
go.
Uncle Joe?
I gotta go.
That's the name you had to come up with, Uncle
Yes.
Joe?
Yes, I'm sorry, Uncle Joe, but I'm out of there. Okay. Listen. I don't want to deal with that.
Listen.
What would have you done?
Would have stayed there.
You would have stayed there, I would have boned out.
Oh, it's me and my mom that would have left.
That's because it's scary.
I'm not really that
Low-key
scary.
scary.
I'm not-
Low-key
If there's,
scary.
if there's a ghost encounter, I'm taping it so I can freaking prove to the world that the ghosts are.
You know what? True that. True that.
I
True
get
that.
famous.
Well,
More famous than I
That's
am.
one way to get famous. But I'm not doing that because I don't want to be haunted.
They don't care what you don't want. If the ghost want to haunt you, they
I
don't
don't mind creepy. I lived with creepy stuff my entire life, so.
Ooh, what scary stories you got?
Last year, the first day of school, I was standing at next to a girl that I didn't know. It was a new school, so we had I had a different like bus stop and other stuff like that. Either way, I was staying with this girl, and she had this terrible like dress. Like, I'm sorry, but it was terrifying. Either or. She came on the bus and sat by me. We talked. For some reason, we had the same interests and shit. She came to my school. No one else cared about her. I was confused because she had like raggedy clothes and shit. No one else cared about her. I came home. My mom said, I tell my mom what happened. My mom said, "Wait, hold up. You're not talking about that girl Alice that you played with when you were a kid, your imaginary friend?" I'm like, "Wait, hold up. What?"
Yikes.
I have creepy stuff happening all my life. Fun fact: I'm related to a witch. Nice.
Nice.
That's pretty epic.
Mm-hmm.
Do you ever go to like real haunted houses? Not the Halloween haunted houses, but the actual.
We have a haunted house right beside us.
Oh.
If there was a haunted house right by our house, I would have begged my mom to move.
I changed my room. I changed my room because my window peered into the other window inside the haunted house. It's an abandoned house. It's been that way for like 10, 20 years.
Oh wow.
Like half of our house's windows pour into that looking. We found a deer skull in the back of the house. We broke off one of the horns and I turned it into a knife.
Oh wow.
Yep.
I'm wondering how it's not haunted.
Oh, well, we see stuff. I have a picture of a ghost.
Throw the knife away.
Really?
The knife is gone.
No, you put that in a glass case and you.
Nah, fam, don't worry. I'm sadly, but the knife is gone. Sadly. I have a picture of a ghost.
Oh.
I have to look for it, but I have one.
That's nice.
Yep. I was in a line, and I peered out to my my old room, and I was taking pictures around my room to show people like how my room is, because like abandoned house, I'm always in the dark. I have no door to my freaking thing, and my closet was like tinted open, and basically I was taking pictures of my room, and I thought I saw something, so I lit it up, and it's like a humanoid shadow, like you could physically see it, and it shows it staring directly at me, and I'm like, oh, hi.
If I would have saw that, I would have been like, see ya. I would have just been like, see ya. It just walked to the next room. Because I don't, and I do, I don't fool around with ghosts, but I do respect them if they don't do nothing to me.
Ghosts are my friend, man. They look at me and smile at me and shit, but they cool.
Okay, I can respect that because if they're spying on you and stuff like that, they can at least protect you from bullies, I guess.
Oh, they protect me from way more than just that. Let me think. First time I remember seeing a ghost or somehow or some way creepy type things. This is a freaking crazy experience I've had. I was at it was at school. We were going into a trip to a little pool thing, and we were going on that the big diving board on like at the on this like bottom, like the bottom, the farthest down in the pool. And so we were all climbing up to the top, and I scooted over to see how big it was. Teacher looks at me, and this is the teacher I told them that I couldn't swim. Teacher looks at me. I look back at them. They say, "Hey, why don't you go?" Me, "No, I don't want to." I try to walk back and try to get off the ladder, to the ladder, and they pushed me in. I remember vividly, like it, as day. I woke. I fell into the water. Closed my eyes. I thought I passed out. I opened them. I was standing on the freaking water, like Jesus. Everything was
The
like,
living incarnation of Jesus.
yeah, everything was slow. I could see the person, the lifeguard, from the back running over to get me. I could see everybody freaking out. I could see my teacher and all the other students coming down from the thing, but real slowly. I walked around and I noticed a stairway that wasn't there before. It fit normally into the building, so I was like, okay. So I walked up to it, and there was a door. I opened the door, and there I was. I was in a field. The door that I was just in closed, and it didn't even have a building connected to it in the field. It was just a door standing up with words on the front of the thing. I forget what's words. There was like thousands of these doors, other doors from random places that looked different, and they all had random like letters and like symbols on it and shit. And then in the middle of this whole thing, where all the doors were pointing, was a little hill. This hill had an apple tree on it and two kids, one girl, one guy. They were running around from it, okay? They were running around having fun and stuff like that. I walked up to them, and then the little girl gave me an apple. I bit onto the apple, and I started like sitting there. They didn't talk. They just started laughing and running around. I was confused. I sat down under the tree, and then I saw the little girl go over to one of the doors. The little guy was playing hide and seek or something, and couldn't find her. And the little girl opened up the door, and what appears to be a dark shadow man that's wearing a suit and a top hat, and like huge eyes, white eyes and stuff like that, with a smile. He comes out of the door and grabs the little girl's hand and brings her in it. And then everything starts dying. The tree, the grass, and then the kid comes over and starts crying. He's like, oh, where is she? Shit like that. Freaks out. Then I see like shadows, other types of shadow people surrounding the kid, and then they just all like jump into him somehow. And then all I see is huge feathery wings, like pitch black. And then I woke up. That evening, I brought a lunchbox that time. I woke up and I was trying to get saved, and I'm like, okay, I'm here, I'm fine. That evening, I brought a lunchbox, one of the things that I remember in my lunchbox was an apple. That apple had a bite into it that I never took.
Dang.
Yeah.
If I had that dream, I would be afraid to even move.
Then my mom told me that something familiar to her happened once. It was when I was born. They put up on a lot of anesthesia, and she remembers vividly. She remembers standing over her sleeping body and seeing me in the arms of the doctors, crying and stuff like that, and all that shit. And she remembers this vividly. And then she remembers them putting me in another room and stuff like that. And even when she woke up and she asked the doctors why is he in this specific room, and even told him where the room was, and she was like, "How do you know that?" So yeah.
Like, dang, that's creepy. That's like really, really creepy. Oh, that got me feeling like I want some juice. We're gonna take a little snack break, and then we're gonna come right back.
Okay.
So just enjoy the music that's about to play, and yeah.
Okay. And we're back.
Yep. After a good snack break, that was a good amount of time.
I mean, I already have just candy right here.
I had just got done with a Lunchable that I just had. Epic. So, how was your Halloween?
Good. We went to the bigger rich neighborhood. We got like big candy and also like a lot of it too, so that's fun.
I couldn't go trick-or-treating. Even my brother couldn't go trick-or-treating because my mom didn't trust, my mom really didn't trust it because of the C virus that's going around. I can't really say it, or it's going to get demonetized when it's uploaded to YouTube. You can't really say the C word when it's on YouTube. So, yeah. You hear that?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go check out what that is.
Okay.
Oh boy. Oh, I guess it was nothing. I guess.
Okay.
So, what did you dress up for Halloween?
An Akatsuki member, Pain.
Oh. Which one?
Pain.
Like the actual Pain person, or one of the six paths?
One of the six paths. His friend, Pain's friend, the one that died, and he's using his body for that. Or
the one with the orange hair?
Yeah, the one with the orange hair.
Oh, you're talking about him. Okay.
Yeah.
He's not. The character is really not that important to me for me to remember his name. I'm sorry for all your Naruto fans out there. I'm sorry for forgetting the name. He's just not that important to me. I'm sorry. I must have disappointed so many people. I bet the people that used to be watching this podcast is not watching this podcast no more because of what I said.
I might start doing podcasts and bringing people in to tell their scary stories, because I love the horror. I love the genre of horror, and I love spooky stuff. One reason is because I'm part of that witch type thing. I study it, I learn it, I try to do it. It's something like I've been very interested in.
Oh wow.
What people may not realize is that magic and witching stuff is a lot like science. So that's one.
Oh yeah,
That's one.
It makes sense.
Yeah, that's one reason why my favorite subject is science, specifically chemistry.
Makes sense.
Like, okay, there's a little magic thing. It's called the Phantom Touch. And it's basically trying to get into someone's head or forcing the brain to force to make the body feel a certain action. So, like, say if someone says, I'm gonna touch, like, holding you tightly or something like that, or grabbing you, or you're burning, and you feel it. It's kind of like that, without, like, actually physically feeling the pain, but your brain is wanting your body to feel it.
Oh. You gave me a chill down my spine when you said that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy. That kind of did scare me a little.
It's one of the more simpler spells.
Simple?
Yeah.
Simple. Like,
yeah, simple.
S-I.
Yeah, easy.
Like, oh my god.
There are also many types of science of witchcraft and other stuff as well. I study the under the function of astral projection. What the story of that I told you earlier was about. Astral projection is basically taking one of the 5 bodies that you have. We have 5 different bodies, technically. The physical, and there's more. I forget the names at the moment, but there's like 5 different ones, and we use the 5th one to go astral projections, taking out of the. Okay, what? Okay, so with me needing to study astral projection, I have to study like alchemy, because alchemy states that the body is basically held by the soul, by the mind. Basically, imagine the mind and the body being 2 people, and then the soul being a rope connecting those 2 people together. After you die, the rope tears. When you're using astral projection, the rope lets you go. It thins.
So basically, you're temporarily immortal, basically.
Not really. Your physical body is still able to die and end up bad, but your mental body, your like mind, technically will never die if you are in the astral realm, but you can go insane with it. You see, the mind is fragile. The mind is like a small rope. If you tug with it too much, it will break. That's one reason why astral projection is really hard and really dangerous to do, because one wrong move and you could break your entire mind as it is.
Oh wow. This is why I don't do witchcraft.
I just feel interested in it, studying the mind and realizing that we as humans, we do barely anything that we are able to do. And people live their life trying to become a goal. Like, want to be a superstar or want to be amazing or something like that. But they don't realize that our minds could change this entire fabric of the universe if we desired. And if we tried hard enough.
That actually makes sense. I don't know how it makes sense, but it makes sense.
Others witches have told me, and people have said is magic is only another function of science, and that the mind, we have no idea what the mind can fully do. We only have hit the point of like 1% of the abilities that we know at the moment. So yeah, like, okay, in the past there has been people that have been written down and passed down and became religion. I feel like, now I'm not trying to go back far into this, but I'm just saying, okay, I don't believe in like God and stuff, and I'm sorry if that bothers anyone. I believe that in the lifetimes in this world, there have been a few people who have gone beyond that point of human, or what people define as human. And used the full potential of the brain. Sorry, I love talking about this stuff, so sorry if I'm annoying anyone.
It's all right. I barely have anything to talk about except for like a story idea that I had. But I was going to wait until you was done talking about like whatever you wanted to talk about.
But yeah.
Because
yeah.
You seemed really interested in what you was talking about, so I was going to let you have your fun.
Trust me, I am. I have been studying this, thinking about it, finding out about stuff for it for a long time now. And like, it intrigues me to realize that the stuff in anime can be a reality at any time. You just have to work harder for it. And fun fact, okay, there are many universes, right?
Right.
So each universe is completely different, and there are infinite versions of it. So meaning one of those versions is a type of as an anime you've watched, say My Hero Academia. So in all technicality, anime is real. Just saying.
Dang. But I don't know, but this idea popped up in my head while I was asleep, where it was like I was like living in this like place. Like I wake up and I'm like in a totally different city than what I was last night. And when I went outside, I saw like all the buildings was like all the other buildings that are in Japan. And there's this one building that was across the street from the building that I was in, and it was called Basin Academy. And basically, what Basin Academy was, by what my dream told me, was that Basin Academy was a school for people that had powers, you know?
Okay.
And your classes are selected by how powerful you are. And the lowest class was a D class. It goes from D class to C class to B class to A class, and then the top class is C class. We meant to S class. And by what my dream told me, I was in the A class. And in the dream, I was doing this little test thingy for the people that ran the Basin Academy to let me get into the S class. And then my dream just cut out there. I didn't see what my power was or anything. I just remembered walking into a dark building, and then one of the people that ran the academy just said, "Let the test begin." And then my dream just cut off.
Okay. So there are many like thoughts about, levels and shit like that. Like witches and magic are defined in different selections. Different people with different abilities and different things, and it mostly depends about your bloodline. Depends on who your like far grandfathers and grandmothers are, and like say in my example, my mother, I tracked my mother's and father's DNA decently far. My mother's DNA I tracked farther. You see, in like before, I think it's when we came to this land, but when someone named a slave owner named William Bradford basically had a problem with these few witches and shit, and basically that's my family level about normal witch stuff. It's from my mother. My dad, on the other hand, is part of a thing called astral projectors. The specific astral projectors, they're based on different like categories too. I would call ours celestials, and in all technicality, we're not nothing at all as like celestial power and stuff like that. It's more like a more bigger free way of astral. Like normal astral projection is just seeing around and going out of your body, flying, looking at things, but our astral projection is seeing past the past unfold in our very eyes, finding things, going through other dimensions and shit like that. Either or. Basically, my dad's side, there was a guy, it was an Italian dude, and he went missing the day after he said to the news reporter or something like that he had the scoop that would change the world. And he went missing, and then I'm like, I wonder why.
The Illuminati took him.
The Illuminati, I feel like it's just the Illuminati has already runs the world. They know about everything. I feel like they're not. I don't feel technically that there are bad people. They're bad people. I feel like they have already owned the governments for the longest time now, and we just don't even know. And stuff like that. Illuminati don't really face the creepy or witchy stuff, though. They face on technology and takeover and stuff like that. Question.
Yeah.
If you could pick one superpower to have, what would it be?
There is this one power that I've been thinking of a little. It's basically, how can I explain this? Okay, so basically, it's like producing dark energy to make something that I want. Like, my power would like draw off people's anger,
Yeah.
Like, my power, like, the more angry the person I'm targeting is, the more dark energy I consume and I can use to do whatever I want.
Okay, so me and my brothers were figuring out personality-wise, not what you want, but personality-wise. And if you were in My Academia, what quirk would you have? Personality.
Oh.
Not just, like what you want, personality though. Mine was glutton. Basically, if I am hungry or anything, if I'm near people, I can take the fullness that they have and put it into me, and then make them like starve.
Oh wow.
So that was a cool ability, because I could starve myself, go over to a few people, be like, they'd be like, oh, what the pain.
Wait, since you're talking about personality-wise type powers, I went to my dad about it. He said that my power would be shockwave, basically of like how mad, because he knows I got like a short temper. So basically it would be like, as mad as I am is the bigger the shockwave. And then I went to my mom and asked. She said it would be like a type of power from my zodiac sign, since a zodiac sign is basically your whole personality.
I don't believe in that stuff really, because I'm an Aries and nah.
Wait, but you just say you don't believe in that stuff. So how do you know you're an Aries?
Because I've been told multiple times I'm an Aries, and that because people ask a lot, and I don't know why. Because I don't feel like just because you're born this specific month, you have to be that personality.
Yeah, I get it. But yeah. So it's kind of in a like I don't know which one to choose. The one that my dad gave me, the one that my dad told me, or the one that my mom told me.
I don't know. I'm not sure, fam.
Because if I did have like certain powers of my zodiac, then I would have like some type of crap features, you know?
Yeah. Okay. So I might start something. You see, there's a YouTube show, and kind of like My Academia in a way. Basically, people, but it's a rare bunch of people now. Rare bunch of people have these abilities called epithets, and basically, they have a word connected to their soul that when they say it, the power does something, and they can like say other words for like versions of that power. So like there's this guy, his thing is dream, but he also can be like nightmare fuel, and it'll be like, and then he would like show off like nightmares of the person that he's using it on. I made it. I want to start an OCRP server on Discord. Basically about them and having like characters and all that stuff about it, like a whole like side series. And basically, like one, like you know, my character. I have two characters. One of her name is one of the names. Her name is Sarah. She's not that like old, but she is very smart, but very outgoing. She's like happy and upbeat and one of those like exciting kids. She has blue hair, with a pink stripe on it. And her ability is called Simon. Her word is called Simon. Basically, her ability is like Simon Says. Basically, if she says Simon Says, and then tells them to do something, they can't refuse to do it if they've heard her say Simon Says. And also she can make. Also, she has a thing called Mimic, which basically allows her to mimic another person's ability, and also Perfect Clone, which basically allows her to make an ability, allows her to make like a clone of that person at that specific time.
You okay?
Yeah, sorry. Good, I was having something in my throat. Either or. Yeah, and it's cool because like her ability is just decent, and then she also lives with my other OC. Basically, his name is what was it? His name is Marshall, and basically he is a shy dude. He's kind of like an Izuku. But like way shyer. So he's like a shy dude like Tamaki. And he's like he like hides in his hoodie a bit a lot of the times, but he has long hair and looks like a girl, but he's a man. He's like a trap. Anyways, he's in his 20s, and he is like he carries the book around because he wants to dot down every epithet that he sees, because he loves fighting and loves seeing people's abilities in action. And his ability is called his word is mist. And basically every time he breathes, he can bring out, and says saying mist, he can bring out like a fog type thing that basically surrounds him or another person and does specific things. Like he can heal people, or he can make people have illusions in the mist, or just get like, you know, not able to see good, or something like that, you know. I liked his thing. It was an interesting character to think of.
Hmm. Oh, speaking of character, I have kind of finished, like finish building up my anime character, Alan Niceblade. I had finished building him up. I had finished his backstory, and I had, and I had thought I had like a really, really deep thought about what his power was.
Yeah.
Do you want to hear
Yes.
it? All right. So basically, his power is called double. It's called double. Basically, he can make two of himself, but the other him is basically his inner spirit, basically. Like, he can summon his inner spirit, kinda, because his inner spirit is possessed by his dead brother, which, if the spirit is not outside of him, it's going to be inside of him. So his brother can speak to him telepathically.
By the way, everybody who's watching, go follow on my Instagram, Gifted Youth, official, because I'm gonna be posting events and stuff like that on the new manga me and a bunch of people are making, called Gifted Youth, and basically it's decent. I think it's cool. We haven't been working on it for a bit, and we haven't finished, but it's good to keep up with the tabs.
Yeah, and I'll leave a link to that Instagram in the description. So if you want to check out that Instagram, go to the description. That's going to be linked in this podcast. So yeah.
If you guys would like, a little tip on what basically it's about, imagine a world where a small few of people have these gifts, and basically each gift is based on something, kind of, and in groups, and basically they either go to the school to basically join or help the army in a way. Not become exactly heroes, but that's what they're told. Follow Shy and the others in the class on their crazy and interesting romantic or deadly journeys around the school and the world.
And just has a little something, you might see yours truly in it a few times, maybe once or twice. Don't know. You gotta go read the manga.
Yeah. We'll post the manga in a bit from now. We still need an artist. We have it already, but we just need an artist.
I wish I was good at art. I would have.
But either way, it's gonna be an interesting thing or something like that. And also,
Yeah.
if you guys would like to, we can talk on that account. Anyone who wants to join my spooky podcast, or anyone who just wants to talk or explain things, or even want to join my epithet erased server, go ahead, PM me. I'll bring you in it. We can figure things out, okay? Everybody be okay, stuff like that. Just wanted to let you know.
All right. I think that's everything that we have.
Mm-hmm.
I don't got anything else I want to talk about. Do you have anything that
Not
you
really.
want to talk about? Because I have a paper right here of the list of things I wanted to talk about.
Go ahead.
No, I pretty much talked about everything.
Damn.
So yeah. In the description is going to be the link to the Instagram of Gifted Youth, and it's going to have the link of Tristan Play's Instagram as well. If you want to DM him for talking or whatever, those are going to be the links in the description.
So yeah, those are gonna be the links in the description. That also, question, Ellen, do you know who Yaga Miyato is?
Yagami
Yep.
Yamato? I heard of the name. My dad brought it up to me.
She's a really big YouTuber with over 600,000 subscribers. That is bursting out on Instant and TikTok at the moment. Anime TikTok, anime part of TikTok. Her basics is she's a female that does male voices. Well, guess what? She's also my voice coach.
Oh wow.
My voice teacher. Yeah,
That's awesome,
it's nice. She's a good person. Really nice. But yeah, anybody should just go check her out. Just wanted to make sure that she deserves the love. She's absolutely amazing.
Yep. Oh, and also make sure, because this is part of the sponsored thing, I have to say this for the last thing. Everyone in the podcast, make sure y'all go vote for the next vice president, whatever. Make sure y'all go vote. Make sure that you select wisely.
Yeah, I'm not saying anything Biden. But vote for who you think it is. Both of them are shit. We all know this. But vote for the best one. Biden.
Yeah, choose wisely with the.
Anyways, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so y'all go choose wisely. Make sure that y'all answers are clear and heard. All right. So, yeah. Bye, everyone. We'll see you on the next podcast.